how's it going? Kind of an interesting day of fishing today. So Goldie and I thought we really wanted to get some float fishing done for trout. We really wanted to do that at the whirlpool, and we've been planning it for now about a week. We've been changing ideas between, okay, do we go fish for some pike or do we fish for trout? Well, 2 days ago, conditions were absolutely perfect. It was like 14 degrees during the day, which is unreal for February. The water was crystal clear, the river wasn't churned up at all, and it was, like I said, it was perfect conditions to be out there float fishing for trout, drifting beads, drifting streamer flies, what have you. Then yesterday, it was still very clear, but the winds were picking up, and we knew Lake Erie was going to throw some color down the river. We just didn't know to what extent. So as of about 4 p.m. yesterday, the river was still quite clear. It was still very, very fishable, but the winds were picking up. Now, as of about 5 a.m. this morning, when we arrived at the whirlpool, ready to float fish some light tackle, some beads, yeah, the water levels were way up. The water color was almost like a gray milk. About 6 to 8 inches of visibility at the absolute most, and that's really pushing it. But we persevered. We did try some float fishing, some jigs, some spoons, and pushed it for about 4 hours. We ended up getting hit with a snowstorm first thing, which was absolutely beautiful, but it didn't turn the fish on. We got to see one trout rise right in front of us. Never managed to take, but I did manage to, unfortunately, foul hook a sucker as I was bringing in my jig. So it was a really nice sucker, good size, but really we weren't able to do the technique and the tactics that we were after. So rather than scrap the whole day, we thought, okay, you know what, why not go to one of the local ponds. We stopped at the grocery store on the way through, grabbed some corn and a nice hot cup of coffee, and ventured over to the pond. But we didn't stop to change our equipment, so we're still actually using the trout equipment, the long 12.5 foot light action rod, the 13 foot rod with the center pin. Just changed our rigs up from jigs and float setups to just a simple bolt rig with like a bell sinker, a short lead to a little Raven octopus hook with some corn on it. A little bit of corn out in front, fishing close in because we didn't bring a baiting spoon or a slingshot, so it's only as far as we can throw our bait out. And we've been here about an hour and managed that one nice little catfish. Beautiful little markings on the little bullhead. But it's great. We haven't blanked for the day. Even though the sucker was foul hooked, it was a gorgeous fish, beautiful color to it. The catfish looked absolutely amazing. Mottled little color in the gray. So now we're just waiting for another bite, kicking back, relaxing, trying something a little bit different. The fish just rose right over top of Goldie's line. Funny enough, that's the line that took the catfish. So we're really hoping that a carp will come along and just belt off with one of our baits. Clint was here the other day, and between him and his group that were here, I believe they managed 10 fish. Again, the weather was completely different from what you would expect for February, but 10 fish on any day is an amazing day. So yeah, even though the water level here is way up and it's muddy, the little creek is kicking out the flow, the wind is still cold, we're still enjoying it, getting out for a few hours. And that's the first fish we've seen rise since about 7 a.m. at the whirlpool. So things are looking far more promising. Hopefully we'll get another bite. I'm gonna get more corn out there. A little bit of an update. Having fun. Goldie and I have both caught now. We're definitely enjoying ourselves. It seems that we've gotten into a nice pocket of catfish. Looks like a kind of a mix of different types of bullhead catfish. I think I've had 4 or 5. Goldie's had 1 or 2. But it's just tremendous fun. We're getting pretty steady bites now, although we've hit a bit of a lull. I just threw some more bait out, and hopefully we'll get a take soon. We were kind of hoping a carp would move in and, you know, really give us a good battle with these light trout rods. But even if the carp, you know, stay out and don't bother coming over here, these catfish are definitely making a change overall to our moods for the day. You know, we had a set plan, you know, went for the trout, didn't work out. Wanted to just try and get a bend in the rod, get into a few fish, and we've certainly done that already. It's been tremendous sport. You know, another thing, being so early, you know, it is late February. Usually this really doesn't start happening until about early to mid-March. Certainly in our area anyway, in the creeks and these ponds. It's a great way to get the kids out early. You know, get Goldie's line. Goldie's got a fish, and I'm hitting the mic cable. Sorry about that. But yeah, Goldie can't grab the line because he's he's working on the camera there. And you got another catfish there, buddy. What a take! It was such a good take. But yeah, as I was saying, it's really good for kids to kind of get out of that winter cabin fever. You know, even though spring's just around the corner, sometimes getting them out just before that can be really, really good for them. The carp aren't necessarily biting. You know, a tough day for trout, but these little bullheads and these little catfish can really be a lot of fun. My son absolutely loves catching catfish, and if you listen carefully, I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but they burp at you. They get their teeth grinding in their throats, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know, they hear them making the noises, and kids really enjoy it. I just had a bite, so I'm gonna get this little guy back, and there he goes. Goldie's got to put some new bait on and get his line back out because apparently you catch fish.
I told you they moved right.
They moved right, yeah. You were correct, yeah. You've been kind of tracking them as you've been going. But yeah, this is just a great thing to do in the spring, a little bit of catfishing. Even though it's not what we intended on doing, it's really saving the day. good place. Here we go, Goldie.
Big guy too.
We haven't had a bite for like a half an hour. Well, we've had bites, but we haven't had fish for about that long. And finally got to wrap everything up with one good fish. So, yeah, like I said, when you get a slow day, just getting out for a few catfish can make a difference. And it can, you know, put a bend in the rod when you really want to just have some fun out fishing. Again, great for kids, but, you know, just as much fun for any other angler. Alright, let's get everything packed up and let's head home, and maybe we'll come back to this spot maybe in March, see if it warms up, and we'll bring some of the other guys and do our March Carp of the Month session here. I think that's worth a shot. See you next time. Hey, for more videos like you just saw, just click on the links right over here. And to subscribe to our channel and keep up with the latest updates and newest videos, just click the logo on the screen.